Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go for the third week of April in today's weekly challenges on Gran Turismo 7. It's about to go for Tourist Trap is now featured on Tokyo Expressway east clockwise for the Tourist Trophy for a limited time online event for the second time. Is now putting up to have some 3 events on World Car, Route to the Cup and Sunday Cup Classic at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca, Lightweight K-Cup at Willow Springs International Raceway, Streets of Willow, and Porsche Cup for the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya Grand Prix layout with no chicane. And also, for race number 5 is Fuji International Speedway for the Gr.1 Prototype Series will be set and go faster on racing category. But here we have some 3 different rewards to be simple to have some separation with 6-star roulette ticket for only 1 event, 200,000 and 500,000 in 3 events, and 5 events will be equal into a total of 700,000 Gran Turismo credit for each part of the credit ticket. So I have news to let you guys know about the start of the GTWS Nations Cup is going underway. Well, I won't be here to participate because I just really might need to get focused on the full walkthrough, and weekly challenges will be on the topic to see how the 5 events will be settled to go random, and 1 special event is now being available of this week. That's why I had to move on, and I'll have to look forward by next year in 2025 for the return of the GTWS Nations Cup, Manufacturers Cup, and also for this year on the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup. Might be a very good interesting to see some different kinds of Toyota road car and race car with a special of collaboration for the Group 3 category. I'll have to be on the lookout because I'll have to be on my main guide and see the details for the upcoming events will be available on the date of schedule. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's weekly challenges. Let's begin. Thanks for stopping by, you guys. I just feel much more better right now that I just really might need to have a nice hot green tea to calm my system down to have my well-being to go for the relaxation. But of course, I just really might have to figure it out. There is an unwelcome guest who just subscribed to my channel as a threat to my own reputation. But you might have to check it out on the community tab session to explain how it all started out. But by the way folks, I just really might need to go focusing by having a topic in racing by starting out on race number 1 for the Audi TTS Coupe with the 2003, 2009, and 2014 in Tourist Trophy at Tokyo Expressway east clockwise. 3 laps and do every kinds of certain upgrades that you might need to go down and have the best advantage. We'll go for a full straightaway to see how you can work so far. But the purpose is I have to go for the 2009 TTS Coupe to have a good in style on the red color is very much more wide courtesy since Gran Turismo 5 and Gran Turismo 6 will be taking on in the urban city track. Just like Nürburgring Grand Prix from race number 1 back then, but I just recently used as the first generation for only 2 attempts, might have to be a focusing effort to go hard in the first. That's why the first generation TT Coupe might have to do some parts and tires might be a very good recommend tip, or just have to go for the 2009 or 2014 TTS Coupe to have some tire compound will be quite good to be in use. Time to get ready folks. I'll have to take the 12th position and go slipstream to be on the rolling start in the tunnel off I go. But very much more enjoyable to have the 2nd gen TTS Coupe might be a very good successor before the 3rd gen TTS Coupe 2014. But the Sports Soft compound tires might be a very good excellent trick of the pick. So you see, the long straightaway is very much more fine advantage before pull to brake and approaches on the first turn. By coming in on sector 2, you have to take the inside to avoid further contact and use the counter steering to be on the front engine to go on the stepping stone and have the right turn around on turn 2. Just very good. Simple as that. And climbing up to have your best advantage before coming around on Sector 3. Good overtake on Giral. Now I have to go focus on Jose Serrano on position number 5 in the first gen TT Coupe. Four more to go. Moving on in the 5th. Got a good eye on G. Mangalo and Baulio Gallo on the 3rd and 4th place. Just have to go inside. Take the next sector. Wait on hold. Okay, very good steering and proper balance is the main tour of the run. It's very well to have the 3rd position to go moving on. 2 more to go. Got a good eye on Koke Lopez and Takuma Minasono to go around onto the final turn. Just to see how the nighttime is very much more embraced the moment, just like daytime at the Nürburgring Grand Prix. 2nd gen Audi TTS Coupe is on the 3rd position to go full red and just yet to be patiently to go forward onto the next lap. Alright, very good to overtake the 2014. Now for Minasono, 2009, very good and different style on custom parts installed. Faster lap time I just claimed in 2 minutes, 24.777 seconds. More like having a 3 different numbers to go on lucky number 7. Got to keep that steering respond well, and proper key balance is what you need to do. For once, I just really had to calm myself down, and I just really prefer to have a nice hot green tea to refresh myself and have my mental well-being is going to have to take a good focusing to get my self-advocacy back on track. But you know, it takes years to have your very own self-advocacy that you had to talk to other people is very much more important to stand up to yourself. But I'm still trying to stand up to myself, and I just really had to get this done and will prefer to have some topic about racing on Gran Turismo 7. For only one part, it's very much more enjoyable to have the Audi TT version is very much more indeed to be racing around and cruising on Tokyo Expressway at nighttime. So I'll have to take the inside to go on the left. Pass through on the yellow highlight, stay on the 5th gear, and my record is still yet to be around by a digit number to go by 777. Okay, nice and easy, smooth driving on the Saab, and doing well to be state dependent on 1st. It's coming closer towards the final lap, folks. I just got everything mapped out and simple and done. A bit more average and stay on a distant gap in 6.5 seconds before moving on in the final lap. New record set and still on the 777 in 2 minutes, 14 seconds. I still got my lucky 7 is having a good moment on the charm. But even yet to be pronounced to have a good ways in heaven. Because racing is in my heaven and I've always had to find a good line and learn well to have one experienced Gran Turismo player with a disabled person of a type. But even so, I'm still have to keep on racing, stay clean, and just had to do some challenges on my own. Okay, next sector on the way. Got to go on the curved straightaways and do the proper braking. Nice and neat. But my main guess, this record for the faster lap time will be stay on the 777 will remain. If I ever have to go for a new record, it'll have to go differently, and still got my charm of luck will be stay on the main track. Okay, next sector, almost there. But wow, 12 seconds away where the rest of the drivers is still trying to keep up with me. But we still got this, but I could probably have to give it all I got and master each part of the event to go for the cup. Just slow it down, make that final turn, and go to the final sector in number 5. See how it goes? Perfect parts, soft compound tires, and one good stable improved 2nd gen Audi TTS Coupe to go sporty to the max. But here comes the final stretch. I can hardly feel it, and go update to have a point decimal of 458. That's one green checkmark clear, 4 to go, and that's a very good tourist trophy for only one attempt. Just like last time for myself, and very yet to be indeed for sure. So I really hope that could be doing my same time, and update by the record in 0.458 seconds is now being claimed, and update on lap number 3 for the total time is 6 minutes 54.12 seconds. Now that's a different location to have 105,000 Gran Turismo credit. But thankfully, I just really might need to get some farming work to go back on track, and just have to keep collecting for more. One part roulette ticket acquired, and that's a very good collection to be required to have a replay in need. Just hang on. I'll have to capture the thumbnail image, zoom in, and there we go. Just only one, and that will be it for now. But despite of the skipping part to be buffering, but I know I just really had to be preferred to have the 60s frames per second, might need to go for a better bit of adjustment to be switching around rather than doing the 1080p. So, with Tourist Trophy is done and complete for race number 1, 3 events will go for the main cup events until the single Group 1 category to be settled to be on standby for race number 5. Let's go to Americas and stop by at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. This will be doing one recommend classic road car to be settled and do the Ferrari Dino 246 GT 1971 with a Total Drama Island livery, the Killer Bass in it. Just like last time, back from the C-Course layout on Sardegna road track by the reverse. But here, Laguna Seca might have to do a very good roll of a Total Drama livery to be stepping in and go for the challenge to be racing on the number 2 spot. But unfortunately, I'm always had to be well preferred and see how my liveries to go settle in and be ready for everything I got. So I'll have to wait and get ready to do on the last position on number 12. Old fashioned, here I come, and race number 2 for the Sunday Cup Classic is going underway. The topic is about to have 1 tourist trophy, 3 cup events, and 1 single Group 1 prototype series is all I need to have a main step of the objective. So I have to keep it nice and neat and let the slow cars will do the rest, and 1 Dino 246 GT will go faster to have a symbol of the legend. Got to keep it nice and tight and go overtake one at a time. Dive on to have the 3rd turn to go on number 4. Overtake Akamoto on the Volkswagen 1200 1966. Close call, and very good cue for the Dino. Okay, overtake on Baulio Gallo and at Pagadet. Double overtake and catching up to Kilian Drummond on 1st position. He's already in on the Rural Straight. Then let's climb it up and go to the corkscrew to see how the Dino will be doing one best epic moment. When the time comes, patience is the key to go slower than take the downhill. Okay, third and final sector. Keep that grip up. Stay behind in the DS21 pillars. Nice. Classic slow wheel car French and one faster Italian car to go for the lead. Now that's a good taste of a Dino to go clear for the first position to be claimed on the podium. First lap clear, moving on in lap number 2. Record set to be claimed and cleared for only one faster record in 1 minute, 57.580 seconds. Marvelous and good to be single with a Total Drama Island livery variation since I just posted recently on Instagram from yesterday. But still currently in progress to have Vision Total Drama, we'll be back on track and go for the full re-establish to have my screenshot to be doing the major spread of expansion under my name. But I always am being a Total Drama fan and always have to be moving on forward to be beyond in the future. But I'm always have to do my best and keep a good watchful eye on the picture if things might be going a little bit much buffering and interruption due to my live stream record session is still prepping underway. But I mean, it is going to be doing a surpassing distant moment out there to have a 10-second gap away with some slow classic cars. Got to keep it nice and easy. This car is being well represented to the famed driver and son of Enzo Ferrari, Dino, as a tribute. But his legacy still lives on for this car itself. Okay, final turn on number 11. Gonna go, 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 and take the finish line to be claimed on the podium to be represented for only one Heritage road car. And there we go. Second check mark is now being done and done for only 3 more to go. Now that's a very good classic Dino and one Total Drama Island 2007 original represent with the Killer Bass livery variation. But you know, every challenges will have to go for only one simple classic, tourist trophy, and other kinds of 2 road cars on the Porsche and lightweight K car. But speaking of which, I'll have to be going by the side and make a good decision to go by intermediate or having race number 3 to go for the lightweight K Cup or Porsche Cup to be settled by the choice of pick. But I know, outcome result standings and just being well done to have a single clean race bonus in 22,500 Gran Turismo credit. But there you go. Just have to keep adding up more and keep up the good workout for only one session and attempt, as I just really might need to get this scene of the video will turn out perfectly until my own complete edition. Now for the replay, and I'll have to zoom in to have a good look. But very obviously to see one Dino is going to be a bit much more closer by. Approaches on the first turn, then turn 2 at the Adreni hairpin. But I'll have to capture this thumbnail image. Turns out to be a bit much more time resemblance from the 1970s. So there you go. Second replay is now saved before moving on in race number 3 to have my decision of pick. So before and after menu book number 39 on the World GT series is going to be a very much more decision by pick before entered on weekly challenges. For the lightweight K Cup at Willow Springs International Raceway, Streets of Willow is very much more neat and eligible by using 4 Japanese K cars to be settled by a different of drivetrain. or after that you just already acquired to be finishing up on the Porsche Cup on one of the standard menu book and being yet available on Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya Grand Prix layout with no chicane. But my main guess, I'll have to go for the lightweight K Cup instead. So I had to be ready up and grab my Suzuki Jimny XC 2018 with the UDRS Inspirtech livery, all set, check by performance to go 400 or less, and roll it out to have a 454 all-wheel drive is now being going on the road tarmac between prior to the Jimny Cup in race number 1 by your own decision to pick. But it takes 5 laps, and this will be doing the second part of the course. We'll go for an intermediate challenge and embrace it to see some K cars for only one Jimny XC. Feels like good old times to be back in for my full walkthrough, but yet it's still yet around by exactly half a year later. Got to be ready up, get set, and go. Number 16 by the rolling start to be doing an experienced big boy level for the Jimny XC will take the streets at Willow Springs. Here it goes. Gotta take the first turn on the right, then approaches on turn 2 to be on the main braking point position on the inside towards the apex. The simple choice is the strategy to go by the usual way to see a 454 Jimny XC to be taking on with the Cappuccino, Copen, Beat, and the S660 is very much more similarity to have a characteristic and sporty K car type. So perfectly well to have the 14th position to go moving on. Wait and make a good opening to overtake Kei Kawakami in the red Honda Beat. There's R. Callahan on 12th place. Got to go nice and slow. I'll have to take the left side, then go pushing through to have number 11 on Giorgio Mangalo in the Daihatsu Copen Active Top. Okay, going a bit much more concentration. Got to brake well and slow it nice and neat. Here comes the final sector. Got to go a little bit dive in commit. Final turn is steering directly to the right. And there we go. Clean turn for only 1 lap, and just had to go pushing forward to have lap number 2 for only 10 more to go and 9 more remaining to be currently to be on the 10th position. Okay, it's my turn to have turn 2 to catch up to Mikhail Hisov. A very yet indeed to have a big boy level for the Suzuki Jimny XC to be prior to be entered on the Horse Deep Mile on the Jimny Cup. That's why the only possibility to have some new Gran Turismo players to be entered to have this car to be purchased from Grand Central will be available after to be participate on the GT World Series on menu book number 39. That's why extra menu book might need to go by additional and extra before the set of the weekly challenges is what you need to do. It's only down to 10 seconds. Got to overtake Patrick Lasson in the Copen 2002. Here is the 6th position on Takuma Minosono. Got to slow down. Keep up the good slow pace effort and go to the next sector as usual. Okay, very nice and good clean overtake to catch up before moving on to overtake Balio Gallo's position on the yellow Honda S660 2015. Record set update in 1 minute 26.21 seconds on lap number 3 will go halfway mark. Got to keep it nice and steady. Don't go off the road. Just stay on the road of the track to keep a good line and catching up with some few opponents around with the Suzuki Cappuccino and Honda S660. Got a good eye on Killian Ponder. He's going up to catch up to Ryuta Kokubun in 3rd place. That's the ticket. Got to keep moving. Always had to brake well and steer well to the right on that terrain. Okay, another Cappuccino overtake, and the red X660 is now being down on the 4th. Only 2 more to go. Got a good eye on T. Yamanaka and Nicholas Rubiller. Got to go to the final sector and wait on hold. Go for a little commit. Just let the opponent to go first, then second for the Jeepney. Alright, very nice. Just make that good push for the penultimate lap on number 4, and then I'm good. Okay, Rubiller is doing well to have a good advantage to be climbing up and catching my main position. It's about time to have a Suzuki versus Suzuki for the showdown between the Cappuccino and the Jeepney XC. Challenge accept, Nicholas Rubiller. I'm your guy, and I'll be your challenger to catch up to have that gap distance. I really hope he can be able to catch up to me, and there yet to be sure. It's only at 2.3 seconds. Now he's catching up to break my gap in 1.8 seconds. And that will be his perfect advantage if he can actually try to catch up to the Signal Jeepney XC. Back to the final sector before at the end of lap number 4. I really wonder how it turns to do proper tuning and will guiding up the right direction. But still yet, I just already took 1 daily workout complete before the next day is still yet to be around by the end of April 19 until April 20th is going to be a new day. But the final lap is here, so I have to make my way and go to the finish line to be claimed at the podium. It's going to be almost by 3 seconds, and I can feel it, improve it, and feel the driving on the line. Got the master well on turn number 4 and 5. Got to keep the pattern up and cue the apex by apex on the line. Okay, sector 2 clear. Now for sector 3. Got to keep it up and keep trying to have that perfect line of performance will be make it well improve if the Jeepney XC to go for the lap time challenge available. But I heard the Jaguar SJ13 1966 is available at Autodromo de Interlagos at Brazil. But I'll have to take a good look after the weekly challenge is just yet to be currently to be well done and complete by 100% integrity. So this is it, you guys. One more turn to go in the right direction and clear pave on the road. The big boy track on the pass is clear for the Jeepney XC. Green check mark number 3 is now being claimed and 2 more to go. From the Horse Deep Mile to the streets of Brillo, and 1454 lightweight K-car SUV is very well experienced to go basic and become intermediate. Well, I wonder if it might be going to be doing the Big Willow is going to be coming a most advanced level yet to be achieved. But I'll have to think about it because one outcome of the record in 8 minutes, 1.75 seconds, and faster lap time I claim is 1 minute, 33.296 seconds. but successful to be on a good job moment, and clean race to have a well received and 45,000 Gran Turismo credit. But if so, clean race will always have a good back on track and keep it well simple and clean. And there you go. 200,000 Gran Turismo credit has now been acquired. Now, for 500,000 Gran Turismo credit to have 5 events will be on the way until proceed onto the prototype series and Gr.1 race series. Just one moment on the replay to have a captured thumbnail image, piece of cake, and have one of them to be on replay number 3 of this week. And there you go. Much resemblant, and go find image to have a 454 SUV. Now then, for having my UDRS in Sportec livery to be proceed onward for the penultimate in race number 4, and that's why I'm about to go for the 2016 Porsche Cayman GT4 without a club sport in it. Up to Europe for the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya Grand Prix layout with no chicane. Just having one road car, just like having a different kind of a Group 4 category without being titled as well. 5 laps, here I come, and I'm about to be ready to go for my self-advocacy that I just really need to open my mind and wake up then smell the coffee. But a new day awaits, and for having Friday and Saturday to go for an early session to be on the main part of the tip. But I always have to be a very good second time ever to be well participate in the same track and same event when I was using the Michelin themed livery variation on the Porsche 918 Spyder. But even so, any Porsche road car or race car that have a good requirement of performance to be stationed on 700 performance point. With a sympathy and have the third ever Cup event title to be ready up and get myself to have the road going Cayman GT4 on the 16th position. So I had to recognize the different version of the Porsche road car, and there is the 911 Carrera RS Type 964 1992 before approaches on the first turn on the school circuit layout. Almost there to have a good perfect opening to catch up on T. Sugawara. It's the Type 996 911 GT3 2001. Moving on to the 14th and do the rest to have a total gap distance in 20 seconds and over above by the decimal. First sector clear. Time to go in on sector 2 around on turn number 4 before proceed onward at turn 5. There's the Type 997, Type 993. Got to make it much more, putting up the torque before approaches on the TB3 corner. Okay, that's good. Got to overtake and clobber another 2009 911 GT3 Type 997. Alright, very good. Moving on to the 9th. And here comes turn 10 at the hairpin. Fortune favors the bull and favors the Porsche. Okay, Heinrich is on the 7th position. That should be the Carrera RS in the Type 993. Good guess on the no chicane layout. Now for number 14, take the Catalunya, full straight I go. That could be 2 minutes past without having a single lap time to go place of the update. I see T. Bayless. Gonna go in, do the same pattern all over again for myself. There's Jose Serrano on the Porsche Carrera race car. Okay, one sports car in the 911 and the Carrera GTS Type 904. That should do for only one fifth position to stay around and go up by the total gap distance in 14.4 seconds to go. Now I can see Jonathan Wong in the same Porsche Cayman GT4 2016, same car and different style to have a standard by default. As I ever think of it to go by having one good standardized UDRS Inspirtec livery to be serving up and go competitive to have this road-going Cayman GT4 race car. But even so, just only having one road car that could be bearing the similarity as a Club Sport counterpart. Okay, just had to take one good avoid step of the space. Clear from turn 10 to go on turn 11 and 12. I saw Angel and Estrosa in the Porsche 959. Okay, Patrick Basson just took the lap time in 2 minutes, 6.47 seconds as I'm about to go attempted by having a new place of the record. Just to go faster in under 2 minutes, that's 1 minute, 56.977 seconds. Third lap will be almost there. I'm on a halfway mark and 2 more to go remaining to catch up to Adriano Carrozza and Patrick Lasson. Just have to go by one rush. Have the brake zone to go apply braking to be entered on sector 2 to go back in. Okay, turn 5 coming in. Just have the steering wheel to keep it smooth sailing and just have to stay around to have turn 5 and 6 before turn number 7 and 8 to go back on the TV3. Okay, almost there. Gonna catch up to Carrozza after taking turn 9. Back on sector 3. Now for turn 10. Got to stay behind on the 2009 911 GT3. So let's see how the gap distance am I at. It's only down to 3.4 seconds to go. Just have to take one more push to go and make it slipstream to be onward by the penultimate lap in number 4. That's a minute, 56.007 seconds. Very good eye-catching guess of the reference and very well simple to have a good clean run record. It's only having two 911 GT3 with Type 996 and 997s versus a single Cayman GT4 road car is currently around on the 3rd position. Whenever I have to go for a strategy, the purpose is all about respect the opponent and respect for every part of the decent effort to have some corners is a very more challenging ways. Whoa, very close call. Got to be patient like a good gentleman and let the opponent to go clear by the open space. Adriano Carrozza is almost there to overtake Patrick Basson. I have to get there on time before the final lap will be reaches up towards the end of number 4. Third sector is now coming back, and that's his main cue. The 2009 911 GT3 Type 996 is in the lead. Very impressive to see how Carrozza is doing well out there. But unless The UDRS Cayman GT4 will have to step it in on the 14th turn at the Catalunya before the final lap is about to begin. He actually beat my lap time and going in by a minute 55.439 seconds. Sign me up. I'll have to take it all I got and embrace it to drop the hammer to get there in first place. That's why I'm just gonna have to get there and nearly there. This segment is all about to have 5 events with a duration to go for only easy, medium, and go hard. I just really have to make it much more creativity to have my own masterpiece as a complete edition. Got to go closer to be stepping stone, and decimal on the gap distance might have to go at least in 1 second behind. Okay, clear from the TV3. Got to take turn 9. Carrozza is not giving up. But it always have a good potential for the 2009 911 GT3 Type 996. Oof. Okay. Over rev, I can feel it. Just have to keep it well stable under condition. Come on. Just have to take one more push. It's already sunset. Oh, the Cayman GT4 is about to be finished in second. So I really gonna have to beat that lap record. And there it goes. Cayman second. Green checkmark number 4 is in the can. Wow. That was a hard-going challenger out there to see the 911 GT3 versus Cayman GT4 for only one kind of a Porsche. But in the end, only kind of a drivetrain layout is very much more challengeable and will needed to be facing up with a Type 997 for the next time for having a different event to have a track itself. But still the same, and I just barely took to have a record on place for having lap number 5 in 1 minute, 54.209 seconds, with Adriano Carrozza's total lap time in 9 minutes, 43.577 seconds. But next time, I'll have to do my best and have the Cayman GT4 or different kind of a Porsche road car or race car might be a very good setup I recommend. But 72,900 credit is very well average on the silver. Almost there to have a new day and driving marathon on 18.8 miles. And as for the outcome, just have to go by lap number 5 to be skipped and will proceed to have this main outcome to go by a captured thumbnail image. Just have to go around by turn 13 and 14. Just wait for the perfect image of the thumbnail. Just have to go captured, and there you go. Man, that was so very close that I just almost had that moment to go hard for first until Adriano Carrozza is now taking the front step of the defense to be in the first position. So we play safe by having a good moment until moving on to take on in Group 1 Prototype Series at Fuji International Speedway. That's only have one Tourist Trophy event, 3 events on the Cup title, and one more event to go for having a single Group 1 Prototype Series will be ready to have a good place on Asia Oceania in Japan. Well heck, it's about time and grab for a different kind of a prototype race car to go for the Group 1 category. But if so, if I have to go for having a Group 2 car like the Toyota GT1 Type TS020 1999 with a UDRS in Sportec livery or standard on the red, that would be a much more impossible moment as I ever said earlier from the WTC 900. But how about I'll have to go and decide with a Toyota TS050 Hybrid 2016 with a UDRS Insportec livery will be a-okay, and see how it goes very perfectly to go for only two types of weather condition on daytime and the rain. But hopefully, I'll have to take on two conditions at once to face the wet surface. Might be a measly challenging moment out there go for having a random of forecast for only one attempt for another. Just like lap time challenges, as I ever done this before for having one plan of idea. But it's about to go for having one good start of the daytime and double check. Just have intermediate and wet tires is now being checked and purchased. Let's do this, folks. Race number 5 is about to go hard, and watch out for incoming weather condition we'll be doing on daytime on the first lap. Coming in by the first turn, make that good perfect line on the TGR corner to go down and make a good aim on turn 2. Better make sure to go prefer to be stationed on number 19 after overtake on different Group 1 cars like Lucas Ordonez on the Toyota TS030 Hybrid. Okay, almost there to have turn 6 hairpin. Got to go super fast and keep that full throttle acceleration to go depleted by using a lot of battery. Here comes the chicane on turn 10. Let's do the hill climb and catching up with the rest of the drivers to go doing a perfect slipstream on the line. Okay, close call to avoid contact on Angel Intersgrosa in the Gr.1 Hybrid. Got to go counter steering and counter effect. Just one push, we'll have to go proceed onto the next lap in number 2, as I had to go catching up with some few other opponents. Overtake Martin Grady in the Audi R18 2011, Ed Portilla in the Porsche 919 Hybrid 2016. Let's see how the total gap distance is doing well. It'll be fine. He'll have to take 17 seconds during the 10 lap challenge. We'll be doing much more fine the way it goes. Okay, good attempted by the commit. Got to go around again on the hairpin, then just make it a 300R. Okay, things are doing well. Back on sector 3 to go by turn 10 through to 12. Okay, Group C cars accompany Igor Fraca, Giorgio Mangalo, and Ryuta Kokoban. Sauber Mercedes C9 and Porsche 962C along with a 787B. Very good on the 16 at the Panasonic. Adam Wilk is now being claimed on the record in a minute 33.611 seconds. But I'll have to take it by having a decimal of .510 is a possible match of the reference from the Crew 1. Here comes the third lap. And plus, incoming rain condition is about to be on the way within a few minutes during the part of the third lap. Okay, very nice to have a 100R. Gonna have to catch up to Bus Beeper Boris in the 2015 Nissan GT-R Nismo Emblem race car. So let's see which position is going to be directed at. It's going to be at 12.3 square foot. It's on the right. But talk about using a lot of power out there to stay on 1. I should rather have to stay on lean 6 like many further times. Almost there, gonna have to catch up again and gonna have to keep that counter steering to avoid taking too much oversteer. 16 seconds to go. Fuel at 60%. Okay, looks like green spot coming in. Now I'll have to do lap number 4. Got to keep going, and update record I took is 1 minute 32.062 seconds. The skies are about to get covered by clouds soon. I'm just really gonna get myself prepared to have some heavy rain. Okay, your voice is slowing down. Now's my chance. Then go by the hairpin on turn 6. Okay, it's about time, and go rain. Just to be exactly indeed as ever. I'll have to be on the lookout because percentage on the low for only 1 wet surface won't hurt a ding. Okay, there might be some yellow spots coming in. That could be very bad news, and I'll have to be well preferred to go to the pit earlier to be ready up and get recommend on intermediate tires. A very good choice that I'm very much more strategized and do it for only 1 slow effort to be doing on the heavy wet. Got to do it nice and neat and have my crew to get ready because heavy wet will be having a call for a storm for having 1 yellow spot to be hitting on a full effect on Fuji Speedway. So Portilla and Kokobun are here. Gonna have my team to be changing up on heavy wet, all set, and go by maximum full capacity on the fuel. Okay, there we go. Number 5 is being set and coming out at the pits. Got to keep it nice and careful and keep up the good exercise caution. Hold on, yellow's out. This can be good. I had to be very cautious to be avoided by having a 3-second penalty. Ooh. Angel Inestrosa, Coque Lopez, and Daniel Solis is having a slow ever effect. Okay, gonna have to think a bit and just have to keep it respectful and overtake 1 at a time. But still have daylight and the clouds are being covered around on Fuji. Okay, looks like they're doing well. Kawakami and Portilla is gonna have to try to be patient. But perfect time to have my moment. But I'm very sure that the strategy is going to have to keep a good practice of crucial because of the GTWS Nations Cup online qualifiers is what we might need to know. Well, I won't be here because I'm just going to have to be on absent for a while as I had to be planned and go for my return debut in 2025 for the GTWS. But hold on, looks like traffic control is coming around on the net in turn 14 and 15 and coming up on the 16. Glad that you still got my racing heavy wet tire is perfectly to be in use. Got to go catch up on T. Hoshino. Go for lap number 6. Okay, Kawakami is doing well. He still barely got this on the second gen Audi R18. Ooh, looks like it's going to be a lot of wet out there to be splashing up and sweeping up. Okay, I'm on the dirt. Grid standings are now being changed up automatically due to the weather forecast. It's like having a good best time reunion for only 3 LMP1 race cars. Porsche 919 Hybrid, Audi R18 2016, and TS050 by the way, but that was from the 2012 Le Mans race car endurance. Nope, not gonna have to go oversteer this time over rev. I'm just have to go confident and quick patient. But I'm talking about the car, you guys, not you. I'm just had to stick to the strategy plan. Come on, Portilla. I really need you this time and keep the good grip on balance. Okay, change of plans and have traction 1 will be on safety mode. Okay, let's see some fewer spots coming in. Still yet to have some green and yellow spots on the rain forecast. 3 more laps to go, and still yet currently on second place. Okay, Takuma Minasono at the pits for only 1 heavy wet tires is going to be required to go reducing into intermediate. But still yet around and currently to be placed on second place for Team UTRS Inspotec on the Toyota TS050 Hybrid. But I know I just really had to take some time and let my commentation to go for a racing competition due to my absence. Okay, there we go. Time to get back and pushing forward to have an offense in 1.1 seconds to go to be back on Sector 3. Got to keep trying and don't get too overwhelmed. Heads up, blue's out. It's supposed to be Beer Forest on the 20th position in the Nissan GT-R Nismo LM. Okay, back on the green and resume. Got to take it nice and slow on the Panasonic. Portilla is not giving up. Gear 1 is still check. Make the traction to go, safety's off. Lap number 8, 2 more to go. Come on. My TS050 Hybrid and oh, so close. So very close to have that off the track from the TGR corner at turn 1. Whew. What a relief. Can't believe it that the wet surface just really loosened up my grip. But I can still handle it and just have to keep it caution to go exercise. Okay, 100R is doing well in check usual way. Okay, still around in 1.1 seconds to go down below in 0.7 seconds. Got to hurry up and quick. This race is just yet to be over soon. So I had to get in and get up on the first. Come on, just have to go and a bit more patient out there. I'm always had to be well recommended to do some more practices on rain racing to have some better conditions. Now for the 16 at the Panasonic. Just have to be patient and kick it up in the low gear to turn medium. In fact, lap number 9 will do the penultimate, will be sticking on for the conclusion. But still have a strong potential for Toyota Gazoo Racing is going to have to keep a good main rival adversary with Porsche 919 Hybrid. It still does have a strong rivalry since the LMP1 era back from the FIA World Endurance Championship of 2016. That's what the simple choice is. Two manufacturer brands in prototype race cars are always never giving up. Okay, the rain forecast seems to be stopped. Wet surface is still around. Come on, just have to keep trying, and looks like Angel Inestrosa in the scene on position number 19 for the Toyota Gr.1 Hybrid. Got to stick it to the hill climb and do a stationary maintain grip on the 13. Okay, Portilla is still trying to keep going. Got to be patient and have one choice to be approaches onto the final lap. Okay, there he goes. He's going into the pits. Now's my chance, and make it much more onward focused to be on the first position in lap number 10 as the final run. The calm before the storm, and the calm before the first position on the way. But I still have a faster lap time is being well achieved to be on the ground on a minute 32.62 seconds from lap number 3. Way to keep up to have a matter of concentration and patience with using the traction control to be stay in one piece. Safety is the best middle name for the Group 1 prototype series is all about to have a matter of practice during the future seasons of the FIA World Endurance Championship for the LMP1 era. So I had to stay focused and make it to the final sector in number 3 to have the last step on the hill climb will be on me. So I'll have to follow Angel Inestrosa and I'll be on my way to be on the finish line on first place. Okay, the wet surface is still around. Heavy wet tires will have to buy some time until the percentage will go decrease a little bit slower. Just watch this, you guys. Just have to go confident and patient and let it all out to have a good acceleration to go clear by the straight. Yes, first place, and I made it on time for check mark number 5 is clear for today's video segment, folks. Clean competition and well endurance moment. So far so good to see how a proper LMP1 race car like the LMH on the Gr.1 Hybrid is the characteristic type. But 17 minutes, 50.879 seconds is being well achieved and well checked to be perfect on the main final part of the step for only one topic. Tourist trophy complete, 3 cup events, and a single Group 1 prototype series is 100% complete to have 175,000 Gran Turismo credit without clean race bonus. But if so, that's 48 miles for today, and 3-star roulette ticket has acquired for only another day. 500,000 Gran Turismo credit is now being earned, and combo to have 700,000 is going to be a very good time to get some more progress back on track and keep filling out on over 50 million credits. And one more part for the replay, just have to go and proceed to have a different of the variety condition. Have that capture thumbnail image, and there you go. Quick exit and save a replay for the 5th one of this week. A bit less blurry, but I kinda like it. So folks, allow me to explain how I purchased 2 race cars in the Group 2 category from the Legend Car dealership is now going down to be reduced at 39,436 227 GT credits. For the BMW McLaren F1 GTR race car 1997 that has a good high expensive prices in 14 million Gran Turismo credit, and the Mercedes-Benz CLK LM 1998 that has 8,500,000 Gran Turismo credit, which brings out to have a grand total of 22,500,000 Gran Turismo credit. But yeah, I recently purchased 2 historic Group 2 car is now come together before being set in prior to the first round of the official Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup online qualifiers in 2024. But even so, I'll have to be on the lookout because my best time of interest will go by Tire Sticker Hobby. Will be having a good eye check to be seen on Michelin tire stickers before the start of the GTWS season is about to go underway on Nations Cup. Let's go back to the GT Garage, and have myself will be ready to go on Reward Challenge is now being available at the time. By Hab 13 gifts is now being available, so I had to be ready and open the prizes to be received. I'll have to start out to have 2 credit tickets to be combined and bring out to have a total of 700,000 Gran Turismo credit and 6-star roulette ticket in parts category. Let's find out and go down the usual way. I bet which part should I get? That's the part that I've just been looking for. Titanium connecting rods and piston for the 2006 Dodge Viper SRT10 Coupe. Very good, and yet of course, 4-star roulette ticket is now being available to have 7 of them to be opened up and be on a reminder date on early May. Let's have the first one to be opened up, and 6 of them will be remain as usual. That will be 10,000 Gran Turismo credit, but I'm very sure of it, but I'll take it and add it up to my current balance to be back on track in 40 million. Second 4-star coming up. Let's see. Just give me 2 of the Group 4 car by 1 pick. Maybe not. Just have 30,000 Gran Turismo credit will do the usual total amount to be combined with 40,000. Third 4-star coming up. Just 4 more to go. Just have to do it for only 1 prize at a time. There we go. The 2017 Alpine A110 Premier Edition. It's now being acquired and stored in the garage. A very good midship road car, and very yet so, compatibility is now being converted to become as a single Group 4 car as a role of a substitute. But I still have it and added to the car index for only another part of a collection. Okay, number 4 of the 4-star roulette ticket is now open in session. Okay, looks like the prize is the 2015 Aston Martin V8 Vantage S. Good to be styled and good on the different blue and silver. But very much more indeed to have a concourse blue is now being perfectly to have a standard kind of a road car. So collector points is going to be almost at 481,694 points to be currently collected in progress. Number 5 4-star roulette ticket open, and let's see the prices. Okay, so close to get the Porsche invitation is all I need to get the Carrera GT 2004. But 2016 Bugatti Chiron is now being good to be compatible by using the ultra high RPM turbocharger. 2 more to go. Got to keep my luck, and let's see the prices should I get. Okay, one random kind of a new engine, and that will be a very good compatible vehicle on the Pagani Huayra 2013 is now being eligible on a different road car. Last 4-star ticket, folks. Gonna find out and see the prices should I get. Oh, so very close to get the 500,000 Gran Turismo credit, and almost being received the carbon ceramic brake kit for the Subaru Impreza sedan STI 2004. Bummer, so very close to get that 500,000 GT credit to have a good current balance in progress. But I'll have to try harder next time, and 3-star roulette ticket will be kept remain. So folks, by having 2 vehicles will be required to have an index to be added onto the car collection before having a good check on review. Let's see if we're having a new selection is now being highlighted on the red dot. The BMW McLaren F1 GTR race car 1997 and Mercedes-Benz CLK LM 1998. For the McLaren F1 GTR race car, this F1 GTR race car took many racing titles around the world, including the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Race car, Le Mans, and midship for the hashtag has now paired all together to have a single Group 2 category, which is very much more considered as the late 1990s 24 Hours of Le Mans for having a 3-car collection. And for the CLK LM98 for having a quick description, making the switch from the heavy V12 engine to a lighter V8 helped this Mercedes-Benz dominate the FIA GT Championship. Very much more creative, unlike the CLK LM race car is very much more similar to have a different kind of a model. It is also to be created to compete in the International Touring Car Championship in 1997 will be replaced as the FIA GT Championship. Whenever you have to check the description, it will explain the details about the information on the car about the Le Mans race car for the 1998 CLK LM and 1997 McLaren F1 GTR race car. And for the last part of the topic before at the end of the video to wrap this up, it was a lot of good moment out there to have some touring car on Tokyo Expressway east clockwise for 3 generations of the Audi TT Coupes and 3 events for only having Cup cars only to have road cars in Sunny Cup Classic at Laguna Seca, Lightweight K-Cup at the Streets of Willow Springs as I'm always using the Suzuki Jimny XC 2018. Porsche Cup is doing hard effort out there for the Porsche Cayman GT4 2016 is very much more close, and I almost had enough to have a very tough effort out there to go focusing and make my way in first place despite of the hard going effort to have a different kind of a Porsche and different performance to go stronger by the capability. And for the last batch is the Group 1 prototype series. Always get the job done and always have to keep on racing, stay clean, and be safety measure will be racing on the rain. Well, whenever I have to be ready because my full walkthrough will be continuing on to be having a rematch at the Nürburgring Nationale for the Historic Sports Car Master and then 2 races at Willow Springs International Raceway Big Willow and Grand Valley South in the reverse direction. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. And don't forget to check it out, all of my screenshot images on UDRS Insportech, Vision Total Drama, and DreamArt Libre Style Dispenser presented by myself, Hyperion-Blue-GT, as you may ever welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.